Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. So welcome to the Build Your Online Business Show, Thanksgiving Talk Turkey edition. And tonight we're going to be talking turkey about why you need to stop side hustling, right? And how it's really not serving you. It's not serving you. So I have 5 ways and 5 reasons that your side hustle is not serving you. If you haven't already shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast, invite a friend. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, and then I'll let Jamie and Chanel weigh in on their stories. I used to be a serial side hustler, right? Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Diggum Snacks, you name the cereal, and I was hustling it on the side. And the number one reason I was doing that, because I really didn't realize that my side hustle, if I ever gave it the attention that I gave my main hustle, would turn into my main hustle. So for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying, let's talk about men.
Uh-oh.
Your side piece is your side piece because you treat him like a side piece. And if you're somebody's side piece, you're the side piece because you allow them to treat you like the side piece. At any point that you demand the time and attention and focus that a main piece demands, you will turn into the main piece.
Say that again, Coach. I don't think they caught that. They don't get it.
I don't think they're catching it. So you are a side piece, or you have a side piece, because if at any point you put all the attention and effort into your main piece that you put into, I'm tired of lying, creeping and hiding.
Well,
low class places. If you ever put the same energy and effort into your relationship that you put into your side hustle or your side piece, your relationship may be all right. So let's turn that into a job. If you ever put as much energy and effort into your side hustle, 40 hours a day or 40 hours a week, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, when you're off, you're still working. Sometimes 6, 7 days a week, 50, 48, 50 weeks a year. If you ever put that much time, energy, and effort into your side hustle, I can not only guarantee that you would be free, I will guarantee that your side hustle would turn into your main hustle. It continues to be a side hustle because you treat it like that. You only work it on Black Friday, or you only work it every other week. I mean, let's tell the truth about what's going on with you and your money. You only work it when you need some money. Kids going back to school, let me ramp up my side. I mean, that was me. I only worked my side hustle when things were looking dire, instead of being consistent in working my side hustle so that it would eventually would free me. I'm gonna let you and Chanel weigh in, Jamie.
You know, Coach, that's so true. Now, I think I had so many side hustles. They used to call me hustle girl at work. Valentine's Day, I had Mary Kay. Right. From the 4th floor.
You remember when I pick up the pieces? He's playing that kazoo. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Pick up the pieces. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Pick up the pieces.
I did. I did Mary Kay baskets on Valentine's Day. I would have we had a janitorial service. I had a booth at the flea market, never understanding in my mind that if I just focused on one thing and continue to put that same energy and effort into it that I was doing on 100. I mean, you name it. I was that kind of consultant. Oh, you don't like makeup? Well, I got toys. You want that? Oh, you don't like that? Oh, okay. Well, I got these purses over here. What kind of purse you want? I had so many hustles, but I went to work faithfully. I worked my 60 hours at my job.
Yeah.
And by the time I did that, I was so tired. I couldn't have a higher vision for any of my side hustles because I'd given my everything between those little hours at that cubicle at work. Never understanding that if I just shifted my focus.
Because you won't focus on your
ma'am.
Turning, it's because you won't focus on turning your side hustle into a full-time hustle. Yeah. You don't even have a higher vision.
Can't see it.
Yeah.
You can't see how that same energy, that same laser focus, that same effort, if applied. Now, I'm going to tell you where you can see this in science. In science, you see this with a drop of water. Oh, yeah. And a drop of water will wear a hole in the hardest rock.
Sure would.
If that drop of water drops every second.
Wow.
Every day.
In the same spot.
In the same spot.
With the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
You better ask somebody about the river that used to flow through.
Yeah.
And because that river flowed so consistently, it wore a hole in the rock. That's what the Grand Canyon is.
Wow.
It's not a crevice. The earth didn't separate. It used to be a river that ran through there. And it just wore the rock out. Consistency will overturn any of your obstacles. I don't care what it is. If you do what you do consistently, you will overturn any of your obstacles. That's the law of diminishing return. We talked about that. You do anything long enough, and guess what? You get good at it. You get good at it. So part of your reason that your side hustle currently cannot replace your full-time hustle is because you've not spent enough time doing it.
Well, I'm just gonna be honest. Can I be honest tonight, y'all?
Please.
Go ahead, Jamie.
This is my confession. I had commitment issues in the past. So I've joined so many MLMs. I've sold Mary Kay products. Oh, no. Let me rephrase that. I signed up to sell Mary Kay Mary Kay products, other skincare products, candy, healthcare products, CBD stuff. I joined so many different MLMs. I knew in the beginning that I wasn't meant to work under anybody. I was way too bossy to have a boss. I knew that from the beginning. I knew that I wanted to have my own business, but I also knew that I didn't want to work. And it was easy for me to go to a job because one thing was I knew when my paychecks was coming. And I also intentionally, y'all, would only go for jobs that one, didn't work on the weekends, and two, didn't control my schedule because I refused to work. I had commitment issues. I didn't want to work, but I wanted the money. I was lost. I didn't know I had gifts, number one. I didn't know I was so talented, number two. How I knew was my boss, my last boss, well, boss before the last, came to me. He was like, Jamie, he was like, you're the best writer I've ever seen. And I think that was the first time anyone had ever given me a compliment about what I could do. Because before then, I was just doing what everybody told me to do.
Wow.
So I had commitment issues. That's why I joined up and signed up. I had no intention, none, to do the work that it took to be one of those vice presidents or anything in an MLM, because they sold me like all you had to do, the product sells itself. I said, yeah, but I'm not calling nobody. I'm not going to knock on nobody's door. I'm not willing to do any of that, but I want the money. So
wait a minute, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna back you up, Jamie. Backing it up. Back, backing it up. Hey,
I'm looking back at it.
Hey,
I'm a.
that's an inside joke, y'all.
Because you said something critical. You said that because they told you the product sells itself.
Yeah.
You wasn't willing to do
Nah.
what it took for that product to sell.
Nah.
So let's talk about that. If you're in an MLM, if you're in a multi-level marketing company, what else do they call it? Direct sales, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
If you're willing to knock on doors for them, why can't you do it for yourself?
Wow.
If you're willing to make phone calls for them, why can't you do it for yourself? If you're willing to spend the night at your desk at a job, why can't you do it for yourself? If you're willing to work 7 days a week for a job, why can't you do it for yourself? And until the moment that you are ready to do just as much for yourself as you are for any other company, any other job, or any other person, because you'll stay up all night with your man, but the minute it's time for you to stay up and do some work, all of a sudden you're sleepy. You'll stay up all night when your kids are sick, but the minute it's time for you to stay up all night, but you just keep dipping until you're able, willing and ready. Y'all better share this broadcast.
Oh, but wait, Coach. They're willing to stay up all night to cook this Thanksgiving dinner.
You better say that.
All night.
Been cooking for 2 or 3 days.
Red Bull and no-dos.
Right.
And know your family gonna say your potato salad don't have enough salt, but you gonna cook it anyway.
You being messy.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm just kidding. Aunt B don't know what she's talking about. Aunt B wrong.
Y'all ain't selling those Thanksgiving plates. Like you're willing to do that.
That's good.
But see, you willing to stay up all night to watch Game of Thrones or to catch up on Power or to watch Empire instead of building your own empire, getting your own power and playing your own Game of Thrones. Build your own throne while you're watching the throne on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But until you're willing to do that, let me tell you something. I believe we have one of the best, and I actually, for my program, I do have a best program on the planet guarantee. That if you can find another coaching program that does any and everything my coaching program does, send within 30 days, send me a link. We'll give you all your money back where you can go take that program, right?
Mm.
But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's not another program in existence. I know that. That's why I can make a guarantee like that. And I can also tell you that until you're ready to do what it takes, even the best program on the planet ain't shit.
Say that.
That's the truth.
Say that.
That's the truth.
Say that.
You can have a chemical compound that says if you just add water, it'll turn into gold.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to add water, then it will not turn into gold.
You know what they say, Coach? You know what they say? Where I'm gonna get the water from?
Right.
Who's gonna help me carry the water?
Right, right.
So again, best program on the planet. But if there's one instruction that says just add work.
Ooh.
And if you're not willing to add the same work,
that's good.
at the same velocity, capacity, ferociousness, tenacity, persistence that you work for them, then it's no bueno. And even right now, guys, we open up a program so we can help you. If you're struggling, you can get started right now for $99 down. Life coaching, business coaching, executive coaching, passion coaching, spiritual coaching. You can become a publishing consultant. You can become a health coach. Whatever it is that you love to do, we got something for you on that page. Go to bit.ly/Black Friday offer 19. But I tell you this, until you're willing to invest as much in your freedom as you do your slavery, you will stay a slave. Ooh. I invested in my slavery. I got up early. If they told me be here at 5 and I worked 45 minutes from my job with no traffic, I was in my car at 4 o'clock. If that meant I had to raise my husband from his job early, if that meant my neighbor had to come over here and watch the kids for 15 minutes. Do you know what sacrifices I made? And I never told them no. I never told them I can't do it. I never told them find somebody else. I never told them Can you build a leaning tower of Pisa out of leftover macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving? Sure, I can.
Yes, I can do that. I can.
How tall would you like that? How wide would you like that? I'm not going to ask them where to get the macaronis. I'm not going to ask. And then they want it by tomorrow.
And they ain't going to ask for no help.
So nope. And looked at asking for help as a weakness. Well, do you need us to send somebody over there? Oh, no.
Right. Biff, you know I got this. Go to China with your family. Don't even think about this project. I've got it.
So if I can do all of that for a job that was paying me pennies, you think I can't grind and hustle for something that's paying me millions? See, you got to do the math, y'all. That's another thing. So here's some reasons you need to stop side hustling. Number one is tiresome. It ain't but so long, if done correctly, that you can give your side hustle the same energy and effort that you give your main job. And that's the only thing that's going to free you. You got to treat it like a job. You got to work it every day. You got to clock in on it 6 to 7 hours. Most people won't get free because they're not willing to do that, number one. Number two, because it is not a job, you must have a blueprint. Most people are not willing to invest in the blueprint. And I just told you, we're willing to help you get started. bit.ly/Black Friday offer 19. We're offering our coaching certifications for only $99 down, no payments till 2020. Couldn't get any better than that. But guess what? You got to want it. And you're still going to have to do the work. So number one is tiresome. Number two, I talked to a lady the other day, and names have been changed to protect the innocent or guilty. And what she was guilty of was listening to experts. See, it ain't y'all's fault. Y'all done listen to these experts that told y'all need 9 strings of income. This ain't no damn violin. And so you over there pickling radishes, you selling greens, you got a daycare Monday through Wednesday, you teach music lessons Friday and Saturday, you the minister of music at your church on Sunday, you the church secretary on Saturday, you fry chicken every third, you provide
you babysit grandmama now.
You got all these hustles.
Yeah.
You've got all these hustles, and none of them add up. It just don't add up.
Wow.
And your logic is so flawed, because again, you go listen to them experts, that you don't realize that until you give that one thing the attention that it needs. I don't know if you guys ever read The Alchemist.
Ooh,
by Paulo Coelho.
Yeah.
But if you know what an alchemist is someone who can turn one matter into another matter, right? This particular alchemist could turn lead into gold, but it wasn't easy.
Right.
He had to work at it, right? Sometimes all night he had to work at it. What you have in your hands now is lead. And everybody has the possibility of turning what is in their hands into gold, but you got to work at it. You got to work at it. And sometimes it's not going to seem like it's working out. I tell my clients all the time, but your action will unravel your confusion. Tyler today was struggling to get the table up to put the warmers on. And I said, just keep working at it. And he did. And he said, Mom, I got it. I said, you know what? When you keep working at things, eventually it will work out. Mm-hmm. But when you give up, you got to go all the way back to the drawing board, which brings me to number 3. Until you treat your side hustle like the main hustle that it has the capacity of being, every time you get tired and stop, you're going to have to go all the way back to gold. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You got to go all the way back to the starting point. So let me tell you how that works. Somebody in your family passes away. You put your side hustle down. You still go to the job every day. And so I say, sis, I ain't been seeing you around. Oh yeah, Uncle Ruckus passed away. You know, me and Uncle Ruckus was really, really close. And no tea, no shade, because I felt that same way when my mom passed away. I just knew I couldn't start over. And because I had created a team, I didn't have to. Right? Right. Uncle Ruckus, yeah, you know, he had reverse vitiligo. It took him out. It finally took him out. You know, now he didn't die of it. He was over there at this picnic. He shouldn't have been there. And he couldn't explain the reverse vitiligo. They didn't know he was one of them. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know. So for real though, any little thing that happens, you go through a divorce, you want to stop your side hustle. Somebody passed away in your family, you want to stop your side hustle. Somebody in your family gets sick, you want to stop your side hustle. Listen to me. Your side hustle is not your side hustle. That was your solution. See, God gave you that solution because he knew that when that person in your family passed, you was going to need more time. Now, if you was already working for yourself, you wouldn't have had to go back after 3 days disturbed. See, your side hustle ain't your side hustle. Sometimes it's your solution. If you was really working your side hustle, maybe you wouldn't have had to fall so far down when your man left. See, God knew he was leaving. And he put something in your hand to solve it before it even happened. But because you mistreated it, because you treated it like a side hustle, that's what it became. See, he knew you was going to need some extra money for that mortgage. And he sent you something that would, see, he knew I was going to need to send Hope and Faith to college. And he knew I wasn't going to have any help. None at all. And so he put something in my hand, and I had a choice that I could either focus on what God gave me or I could come up empty-handed. I had to realize that in order for me to take care of what God put in my hand, I had to let go of what man put in mine. And I don't mean quit your job. I just went in there and started acting stupid. And not stupid like you think, cussing folks out and tearing stuff up. Just half the time you'll pass my desk, I'll be sitting there like this. Sometimes you'll pass my desk, I'll be in there with my headphones in. I'll be in there like this. I ain't typing up nothing. Then sometimes you pass my desk, I have my back to you, I'll be in there like this. Knocked out. You didn't know I was asleep though, because I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning working on my business. When I started treating my business, somebody type in my business. See, that possessive now. When you say something belongs to me, I started treating it like a job. It wasn't my job anymore. It was them people's job. You know how people be like, well, down over there at my job. What job, girl? You don't own that damn job. When they get tired looking at your black ass, they're gonna scoot you out and scoot somebody else in. So it became a job and my business. And I treated it like a job and I treated it like my business. And because I did that, realizing that number 3, I would never get rich at a job. As much as I made then, if I had to do the math right now and figure out how much I would be making if I still worked there, I probably wouldn't even be at $200,000 a year yet. This is 5 years later, and that's how slow. I might just be at $200,000 a year. Girl, $20,000 a year ain't no money compared to your earning potential out here in these chili-free streets. You know,
Coach, I was just about to say, shoot, look how long it took us to get from $2.85 to $10 an hour.
Hello? You better make it plain.
That's like years. When I started hitting $35, $40 an hour, I was like, oh, I arrived.
I was rich.
Oh, I made it.
And then didn't realize why, thinking that I was rich, shit still wasn't adding up. Why is I'm still robbing Peterer to pay Paul? Why is I'm still struggling to afford this and struggling to afford that? And none of it just made sense.
And then your time is gone. So you're sacrificing more time for the more money you thought you were making. And then you still wasn't seeing the benefit.
The greatest con known to an employee is celery.
Come on, Coach.
When they put me on celery, and yes, I did say celery, it was a hot mess because I put in more hours for less money. And if you're on salary, get you a calculator, start adding up how much you make versus how many hours and see what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's the easy thing. All you got to do is divide. Take how many hours you work, 60, 70 hours a week, 80, however long. Divide that by what you make hourly and you'll see. And the biggest con of it all is that you think you're happy there. You think that you are happy with your job. You think that you love it. And at the end of the day, all you're doing is lying to yourself. It's like coming home to that man. Hey, Toya. It's like coming home to that man that you know just ain't gonna never live up to your potential. But you keep pouring into him. You keep on trying to make it work. And then the next thing you know, he gone. And with all your potential and everything you poured in, a job can be like that. A job is that thing that keeps taking from you and never giving you anything back. So when you start to look at the potential of money that you can make out here in these streets, I'll tell y'all a story. I love telling stories. I can remember the first time, my first real money I made working for myself. And I can remember I worked. Now, it wasn't no easy thing. It wasn't like I woke up and the money was there, but I really, really gave it some effort compared to all the other businesses and side hustles I tried to start, the Mary Kay, the passion parties, all these things that you do with these MLM companies, daycares or flea market booths. And I started to look at how I was splitting my time between work at splitting my time between my side hustle, and I just never could make enough money. But the moment I said, I'm going to just focus on this one thing, I'm going to focus on this one business idea that I had, and I'm going to follow it all the way through. Because a lot of us, we start stuff and then we stop, we don't finish. We start a side hustle and we never even give it the attention or the time to grow. But if you focus your energy on one thing, do it well, follow it all the way through, that's where the reward was. My first lunch, I had made so much money. I couldn't believe I'd made that kind of money doing something that I love to do. I couldn't believe I made that kind of money just focusing on the gifts God gave me. Is this what that means? His gifts will make room for me? That's exactly what it means. The gifts that he's given you, the thing that he's blessed you with, that's the thing that's going to make money for you. I know the church told y'all that meant, it's going to bring you before a great man. All that is true. But at the end of the day, you can be before great men and be broke. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to let y'all think about that. Your gifts can bring you before a great man, and you can still not have money for your light bill. You can still not have money to eat with. If that's the case, you might as well stay at your job and get that little gold plate outside your door that says vice president. Your gifts making room for you. This bringing you before great men, but they're not giving you a raise. You're not getting the same size bonus that your peers are getting. It's all of these things. How bad do you really want to be free? That's what you have to ask yourself. So we have these certifications that we are offering you guys. Listen, anything you can imagine that you might want to be. Do you remember that when you were young? You start to think about what you want to be when you grow up. It's not too late to be what you want to be. Can I just say that for those of you that might be thinking that? It's not too late to be what you want to be. It's not too late to pick your dream back up and begin again. If you go to bit.ly/Black Friday, let me make sure I got this right, Black Friday offer 19, you can find something on that page that can give you the edge you need, the education you need, the certification you need to come out here and start making some real money. A lot of you guys been following us a long time. You saw when I came into this community, you saw me leave my job, you saw me launch courses, you saw me on stages. That can be you. None of us are special. The same thing can happen for you. Take a moment and go to bit.ly/Black Friday offer 19. Won't you see what's in your hand that you can monetize? Coach, I was just telling them, the gifts that God gave them is not just for your job. It's for you to really be able to monetize. Yeah,
your job is where you go to polish your gifts, sharpen your saw. I perfected my speaking skills and my coaching skills at a job, but that wasn't my purpose.
Yep.
That wasn't my meaning. And you're going to find that your power grows when you find your purpose. And your meaning grows and your why explodes.
Yes.
You always say, I'm God-powered and purpose-driven.
That's good, Coach.
Because I know I'm on a mission. And you have a mission too. And if you ever look at the world and wonder why so many things are broken, it's because, oh, thank you, Toya. It's because so many of us are out of place. We're not perfecting. We're not operating in our God-given mission.
That's it.
We've gone to a job and become stuck. And so until you get to that point where you say, I'm going to invest everything I have in my freedom. I read a note that Toya Knowles had posted on her Facebook earlier, and it literally said, this is the season of me.
That's awesome.
This ain't a holiday season. We've had a million of those. This ain't a Thanksgiving season. How many more dinners can you cook? This ain't a Christmas season. How many more gifts can you buy? At some point, it's got to be your season. Somebody say my season in the chat. And what the song says, this is my season for grace, for favor. He said, this is my season to reap what I've sown.
Yeah.
I've got a seed in the ground. Most of you have placed seed in the ground. Going to a job is seed to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to understand that it is your season to come out and reap what you have sown. And you can't do it without help. It's going to take you longer. It's going to cost you more. It's going to frustrate you to no end. Go to bit.ly/Black Friday offer 19. Get you some help. Start somewhere. Let us show you how to build a business. I got a note from a lady that said, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this life coaching certification because they're local. I said, are they going to help you build a business? She said, well, no, it's just the certification. So you mean to tell me you don't have the discipline? Sometimes you got to let people make it, see. See, God wouldn't even put you in my path.
Come on, coach.
Called The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. And it talks about if you really want the answer, God is always talking to you. He's always showing you the way, always putting you in the path of what you need. How long are you going to let God whisper that same thing to you and you not listen? Girl, you wouldn't even met me if the Lord didn't want us to work together. Why would you go all around the monkey's butt and you done already heard? Sometimes I just got to shake my head. I do them like Mr. Do them.
Yep.
Mr. Do on the Color Purple. You'll be back. And then when you come back and say, well, coach, I thought it cost this. Well, that was 6 months ago, sis. That was a year ago. That was 3 years ago. I had somebody reach out to me and say, can I still get this same offer? The offer was for 2016. I said, girl, the price of tea in China done went up. That was that offer for that season. God made it affordable for you in that season. And because you did not reach out and take his hand when he stretched that opportunity out to you, when he made it affordable to you, now that you're coming back, it's not that God is trying to teach you a lesson. You've missed the window of opportunity. It's not too late until it's too late. You'll be surprised the number of people that are complacent with what they make, not knowing that there's potential millions around the corner, but they make a little more than what they was making before, and they become complacent. They become okay. They don't want to invest in strategy. They don't want to spend the time to learn. You may be the baddest at what you do, but I'm the baddest at making money. And you could be the baddest at what you do, but until you know how to make it profitable, not popular, but profitable. Until you learn how to make it profitable, then there's a level where you're going to plateau and you're going to stay there. One of the things I'm launching next year is called a 7-figure sisterhood. It is called that because it's for the women at the 250,000, 300,000 mark. First of all, they can't make that money without touching it. Because $250,000, $300,000, that's great. But if you got to work 6-7 days a week to make it, no bueno. Second of all, for the women that can't get to the 7 figures, you know, that only 3% of women scale to 7 figures, and the number of minority women that do it is abysmal. Why? Because we don't know how, and we won't pay nobody to teach us. So at some point, if you don't abandon that side hustle or polish that side hustle up so that it becomes your main hustle, you're just caught in a catch-22. You're gonna keep running on that same hamster wheel over and over and over until one day you give up the side hustle. And you just resign to work for the people.
And sometimes I just need to figure out if the side hustle should be the main thing. Some of you guys working side hustles that you see that is being, making money for somebody else. Well, girl, I do hair. Well, let me go do hair. But every day you go there, you hate it. That side hustle is not going to benefit you because your heart's not in it.
And some of you are working jobs because that's what people told you should do. Go to school, go to nursing school, go to trade school, go to college, go do this, go do that. And at no point did you align that thing that you're doing with what you really love to do. I don't care if you really love to tie shoes. I can show you how to monetize that. I don't care if you really like the braid jump ropes or if you like the jump rope all day or hell, you may even like the hula hoop. I can't hula hoop no more. Girl, I went into Wally World, must have been last year. And I put that hoop on and I tried it. And in my mind, it was saying, shh, shh. But girl, on the ground, that hoop was just sitting there looking at me like, do you want me to twirl? And I mean, every time I put that loop on that waist, get that loop fell straight. How in the hell did I forget the hula hoop?
I don't remember how to do it either no more.
Do you hula hoop, Chanel?
Not anymore. I used to could do it all around my neck.
Girl, around my neck, around my ankles, feet. Mm-hmm. Girl, around my arm was in transition.
Yes.
Had that hula hoop everywhere, girl. I had my eyes closed, but my mind said, shh, shh. I looked up, girl, that hula hoop was on the floor.
And mine was just hanging off my butt, just hanging on there, the butt holding it up. I said, well.
But y'all, let me tell you something. The biggest problem I think I have with women is the fact that they settle.
Yeah.
The fact that there's so much more, and it's not even necessarily for you. It's for your family. It's for your kids, your grandkids, your legacy. I went and picked up my new book today, and I told Troy, just imagine how it feels to have something in your hand that will outlast you.
Yeah.
What have you created that will be here when you're gone? And if the answer to that is nothing, you need to get some help. Go to bit.ly/Black Friday offer 19. Stop selling your information, your intellectual property, your support, your help, your guidance, your knowledge, your experience. Stop selling it for free. $99 down, no payments to 2020. Get on the phone and have a conversation with us about your next level. But by all means, don't keep letting your side hustle and them 9 strings of broke income keep you broke. I said 9 strings, girl, that's a violin. That's
a guitar. Or a guitar.
That's a harpsichord. One of the things the angels play.
It's a cello.
Quit playing with your money, guys. Quit playing with your money. Quit playing with your next level. We're going to get out of here, but we're going to be back in the morning bright and early at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time to 10 o'clock. If you want a promotional spot on one of these broadcasts, go to bit.ly/Black Friday Money 19. Not only will you get a spot on the show for Small Business what is tomorrow? Black Friday. Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, but you also get an opportunity to have your business printed in our magazine, which we're releasing tomorrow, releasing tomorrow in the holiday edition of the magazine. So guys, don't delay. Go to bit.ly/ Black Friday, Money 19. Let us help you promote your product service. Let's all work together as a community to make this our most profitable Black Friday ever. We will see you guys in the morning. Ciao, ciao bella.